Denver Broncos versus Indianapolis Colts Thursday night football game preview. Let's just get into it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Denver Broncos Syndicate, part of the Sports Syndicate family of channels where we are dedicated to bringing you content about our favorite sports teams. I am your host, Gage Madrid. Before we jump in, if you could just do me a big favor and smash that like button as well as subscribe and ring the notification bell so you can get pinged with notifications when we upload. We are just 10 subscribers away from 875, so let's see how fast we can get there. Following an ugly loss to the Las Vegas Raiders this past Sunday, the Denver Broncos are currently sitting at 2-2. The Broncos had to flush that loss out of their system really quickly as they had a quick turnaround this week facing the Indianapolis Colts tomorrow night at home on Thursday Night Football. The game kicks off at 6:15 p.m. Mountain Time and will be televised locally in Denver on NBC. For those outside of the Denver area, you're going to have to watch the game on Amazon Prime or find a way to illegally stream it. Now, as far as our opponent, the Indianapolis Colts, are concerned, they had equally as lofty expectations as the Broncos entering this season, and much like the Broncos, they have also underachieved. I'd argue the Colts start has been even worse than the Broncos start. The Colts are currently sitting at 1-2-1, although their lone victory was over the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 3. That was just a fiasco of a game on Kansas City's part, and they really ended up blowing it. They should have won that game. So if you look at it, the Colts really should be winless right now. The way the Colts made it seem was that their main problem last season was Carson Wentz, and that once they brought in Matt Ryan from the Atlanta Falcons, that would really solve their main issues and hopefully put the Colts over the hump. In the first 4 weeks, that has been far from the case. The Colts are dealing with some key injuries on both sides of the ball. Matt Ryan's play does not seem to be what it once was, and on top of that, their coaching has been very suspect. What was thought to be the biggest strength of the Colts entering this season, their offensive line, has turned out to be a pretty massive liability for them this season. They're currently starting a backup level left tackle in Matt Pryor. Their all-pro left guard Quentin Nelson has not looked like himself this season. Ryan Kelly, their center, is still a stud. And then their right side of their line is really shaken up with Braden Smith at right tackle, and then I want to say it's Danny Pinter at right guard. Their offensive line has been an absolute mess this season, and again, that was thought to be the biggest strength of their team. Entering the Denver game, the Colts are dealing with some massive injuries. They are going to be down their best player on offense and their best player on defense in this game. 2021 league-leading rusher Jonathan Taylor did not practice all week for the Colts with a high ankle sprain, and their all-pro linebacker Shaquille Leonard had already been ruled out early in the week with a concussion. With Jonathan Taylor out for this game, there is a strong chance that the Colts could call up former Broncos fan favorite PHILLIP Lindsay from their practice squad, and Phil could see some snaps in this game against his former team. It's going to be cool to see Phil back in his hometown, and I really hope that he does get some playing time tomorrow. I do plan on wearing my PHILLIP Lindsay jersey to the game. The Colts will also be down their starting safety Julian Blackmon with an ankle injury, as well as defensive lineman Tyquan Lewis with a concussion. Their all-pro center and defensive tackle Ryan Kelly and DeForest Buckner had been limited throughout the week with various ailments, but they are both scheduled to be full go on Thursday night. The Colts are going to be short several key players in this game, and the Broncos are really going to have to capitalize on this good opportunity. The Broncos are also dealing with their fair share of injuries still, as edge rusher Jonathan Cooper and right guard Quinn Miners are both out with hamstring injuries, and safety PJ Locke and edge rusher Aaron Patrick are both out with concussions. The Broncos also have wide receiver Tyree Cleveland, cornerback Darius Phillips, and Billy Turner listed as questionable with hamstring and knee injuries. I've already talked about Billy Turner ad nauseum in all of my other game preview videos, so hopefully this week something changes and he's able to go, but I don't have high hopes for that. Now here's a bit of a concerning one. Russell Wilson had been limited all week with a shoulder injury that he sustained in last last week's game against the Raiders. Coach Hackett had made it clear that the team was hopeful that he was going to play, but based on his language, it was not a complete guarantee that he was going to play. But Russ was taken off the injury report, and he is going to be full go in this game. Same goes for Melvin Gordon, who had been limited throughout the week with a neck injury, but he was able to get a full practice in today, which is good. Dalton Reisner, Caden Stearns, and K'Wan Williams were also beat up throughout the week, but they are all going to be full go for this game. One key to victory for the Broncos on Thursday night is going to be to find their new identity in the run game with Javonte Williams out for the season. Although Melvin Gordon has had his fumbling issues, and at this point, that's just who Melvin Gordon is, he has looked good when he's been able to secure the football. It's simple. If Melvin Gordon can't hold on to the rock, then more carries are going to go to Mike Boone as well as new signee Latavius Murray. It's not anticipated that Murray's going to play on Thursday night since he just got here on Monday, but he should be available for us next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. The Broncos also have practice squad running back Devino Zigbo, so he should also figure to be in the mix at the running back position. One key to victory on defense is going to be aggressive in bringing pressure after Colts quarterback Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is simply not a mobile quarterback in the twilight years of his career, and in the first 4 games of this season, when pressured, he has tended to crumble like a deck of cards. With Jonathan Taylor out, if the Broncos are going to be able to bring pressure after Matt Ryan, then the Colts offense should really struggle to get anything going in this game. The Broncos defense will hopefully be able to bounce back after really crapping the bed in the third quarter of the Raiders game. Alrighty, Broncos country, drop your official score prediction for this game in the comments section below. I would really love to hear from you. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. And while you're at it, be sure to follow me on Twitter at Gage Madrid NFL for even more Broncos coverage. And for now, this has been another episode of Denver Broncos Syndicate. I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out and let's ride.